All right, bro. So this is Martin Odegaard talking about his life at Arsenal. Says he wants to retire at Arsenal. Probably he would want to be a. He's always felt that he's one of us. And more importantly, he talks about Mikel Arteta in this episode. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about lots of stuff. So, if you seek regular Arsenal content, the best place to be, consider subscribing. So, the first news is, of course, Martin Odegaard says via the Players Tribune that I've never been that much into video games, but the one exception was FIFA. I mostly played career mode. You know, where you get to be the manager. The club I always choose to manage was Arsenal. They were my FIFA team. Well, they were my FIFA team as well. They really were. I'm sorry to say. Unbelievable. Oh, wow. So Martin Odegaard talks about Mikel Arteta. He says, I spoke to Mikel on a Zoom call and he told me about all about the project. At the time, Arsenal were not doing well. They were way down, like 15th in the table. But that meeting, honestly, I challenge anyone to come away from a meeting with Arteta and not believe everything he tells you. He's next level. It's hard to explain. He's passionate, he's intense, and sometimes, yeah, he's a bit crazy. But when he speaks, you understand that whatever he says will happen. So, Mikel Arteta, well, you've sold the idea to Martin Odegaard, and I'm pretty much sure he's sold out on the idea of trust the process. But not only that, he spoke about being the club's captain. He says he'd recognized something. I never ever since I left Norway. It's like everything has felt sort of temporary. I haven't had that stability, that real deep connection until now, and that's so important. Whenever I lead the team out at the Emirates, I have this moment to myself. I want to really feel that atmosphere, that electricity from the fans. I always listen as they play North London Forever over the speakers, and I start singing along under my breath. I get goosebumps every time. I I close my eyes and I think about myself as a kid out on the artificial pitch in Drammen. If you'd have shown that kid a snapshot of this moment and told him this was in his future, he would have died for this. It's been a hell of a long road, but I'm living my dream. I'm home. Then the best is yet to come. He said Emirates is his home. Oh my god, I love this guy, man. I love this. Oh wow. Man Odegaard, I have only one heart. How many times would you want to win me over, bro? It's just getting out of hand at the moment. So, talking about Ansu Fati, Fabrizio says Premier League clubs tracking Ansu Fati situation for next summer. Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, well informed. Bayern currently not working on it. Barcelona insists they want to keep Ansu. Second part of the season will be crucial. Well, the biggest thing is that him making a way into our Barcelona's playing 11, which he'd always would want to be a part of. So, talking about injuries, Mikel Arteta said the ones that there were long time, like Emil, Reese, and Gabi, they are closer. They started to do some work outside, but they are not ready to contribute yet. So Gabriel Jesus is still a doubt. But let us talk about Folarin Balogun. Now, AC Milan want to sign the big man Folarin Balogun, who's really having a fantastic time in France, according to Daily Mail. Well, not only that Paul Merson understands why Moises Caicedo's head turned when Arsenal came calling. He said, I can understand why Moises Caicedo got his head turned. One of the top teams in the world came after him. If you're a player, you wouldn't go about it the way he did it. If the player did it himself, I'd be very worried, but I think he's been ill-advised. Well, true. Well, Emiliano Martinez's agent Gustavo Goni has hit back at his client being painted as a bad boy following Argentina's World Cup win. I don't give a damn. I will not read this out because I don't give a F about Emiliano Martinez anymore. So, Jermaine Defoe believes Bukayo Saka is a better player than Phil Foden. He says, Saka, I think you've got to say it how it is. Saka is a special player, and from what I hear, he's one of the nicest boys as well. He's so good for the changing room. I love Foden, he's a special player, but I just feel like Saka's got a little bit more. Thank you. According to Bild, Leverkusen could be set for a mega upheaval in the summer, which could see Musa Diaby, Pierre Hincapi, and Jeremy Frimpong all sold to raise funds. There's a chance Musa Diaby could go. Also, Real Sociedad were against selling Martin Zubimendi in the January transfer window. You know, but in the summer, Arsenal could go for Zubimendi. But Ben Jacobs opens up about Arsenal trying for none other than Edson Alvarez. Yes, the striker from Ajax. Well, Edson Alvarez has attracted interest from Arsenal, Liverpool, and Newcastle United. Three clubs would want to ignite their interest, but what did Ben Jacobs say about the player? He says Edson Alvarez is another name who could be on the move this summer. Chelsea came close to signing the Ajax midfielder last summer, but the club refused the move despite Alvarez pushing for it. Todd Boehly did tell Alvarez at the time he'd be back, but never returned. Arsenal considered Alvarez in January to a degree, but it became quickly clear Ajax didn't want to do mid-season business. Liverpool have looked at Alvarez before and chose not to proceed, and Newcastle are another club to have him at least loosely on their radar. So here's the thing: Newcastle want him, not that much. Arsenal wanted him, but thought, you know what, Ajax don't want to do business in the middle of the window, in the middle of the season. So check it out. Liverpool say we don't want him. Chelsea never came back, so yeah, things look abrupt at the moment. So, with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe if you still haven't.